Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm here with a box request. I'm hosting a swap over on my Facebook page, Coffee, Cake, and Crafting. And in the explanation video, I told everyone that if they made their swap a certain size, then it will fit into the 9x13 padded envelope that I use to return the swaps in. So if you do swaps with me or other hostess that use the flat rate padded envelopes, if you keep your swap contained in a 5x7x2 box, then we can fit two inside of the flat rate padded envelope, and we don't even have to worry about it, and it fits perfectly. So I'm just going to show you how to make a box. I'm going to show you the difference. This box here is a 5x7x1, so it's pretty flat. This is going to be like your, if you're doing like a pocket letter swap, or like flat stuff. This one is the 1.5. So the 1.5 is great real estate room. So I'm going to show you 1.5. The reason why I'm going with 1.5, 5x7x1.5, is so that way we can just use an 8.5x11 sheet of paper. If you want that 5x7x2, you're going to have to use your 12x12 paper. Okay. So I know a lot more people have the 8.5x11 than they do the 12s. So we're going to do 5x7x1.5. Now, I already cut my paper and I was scoring, and then I looked up and realized that I forgot to hit record. So I will write down the measurements here, but my paper's already cut and scored. So this is how I figure out my boxes, okay? I know I need it to be 5x7x1.5. Okay? We're doing an easy box. Draw you a rectangle, 5x7. My 5, I'm going to make the arrows up and down. My 7, left to right. Then I need to add 1.5 inches to all four sides. Okay, so I'm going to start here. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then my 7 is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need an 8x10, and we're going to score on all four sides at 1.5. Easy box, right? So this is going to be the bottom of my box. Okay. So go ahead and cut your paper down to 8x10. Okay. And then you're going to score on all four sides at 1.5. Rotate. 1.5. Rotate. 1.5. Rotate. Last one, 1.5. Like I said, my paper was already cut and scored, so obviously you're going to score it nicely. Okay. So we will do the top in just a second. Let's go ahead and start assembling our bottom box. Just varnish your paper. You want nice crisp edges. You want to use your 110-pound weight or heavier cardstock. Okay? Don't use a flimsy cardstock if you're trying to make a box. 110-pound is the lightest you want to go. All right. We're going to take our scissors, and we're just going to cut up our score line and miter our square. Okay, I am going to take just a little bit off that tab just to reduce my bulk. You do not have to do that, but I like to. Okay, and my little bulk. And now, whatever you did to that side, you need to do to this side. So we're going to go ahead and cut cut up and up. Easy peasy, right? And up and cut. Okay, now you're just going to glue your tabs. Or you're going to decorate first if you want, but this is the bottom box, so if you want to line it, you go ahead and line it. Or just wait to the end like I do. Alright, and I'm just going to line up my tabs. Making sure that you're making a nice crisp corner. You can use glue or score tape or red line tape, whatever grade adhesive you have. Because remember, this is a box, so you're going to put stuff in it. So you want a nice, strong adhesive. Okay. Alright, so there's the bottom of our box, okay? So now for the top of the box, there are several different ways you can do the top of the box. You can always add I like to add a 1/16 of an inch to mine. That's just one tick mark over from the measurements you already have. You can add the full 1/8 of an inch, but sometimes with that your lid is too loose and then you have like a wobbly box. I don't like wobbly boxes. So I prefer the 1/16 of an inch. Some people prefer the 1/8 of an inch because they like that little gappy wobbly box. And it really sounds like I'm hating on it, but it's just your preference. And some people like to do their lids the exact same measurement. You can do that too, but it just kind of makes the box a little hard to get on and off. So if I mess up and forget to add that 1/16 of an inch and it's the same exact size, whatevs, it just takes a little longer to get it on and off. Okay, like don't stress yourself over this. But I'm going to make it one tick mark bigger for my lid. Okay, so I'm going to cut my paper 8 1/16. So that is the tick mark between the 8 and the 8 1/8 by 10 1/16. If you've seen me do boxes before, there are times that I tell you to do the full 1/8 of an inch. It might have just been because I didn't feel like explaining the 1/16 of an inch, or certain sizes you can get away with it. So more than likely it's just because I was being lazy. Alright, so we got our paper 8 1/16 by 10 1/16, or 8 and a tick mark by 10 and a tick mark, and we're going to score it at 1 1/2 on all 4 sides. So 1 1/2, rotate, 1 1/2, rotate, 1 1/2, rotate, and 1 1/2. Okay, so now the procedure instructions. Well, either way, it's exactly the same. Varnish, varnish, varnish. No, I'm not fast forwarding through the varnish because this is the most important step when you're box making. Okay. Right. So now you have a choice to make. Okay. Do you want your box to the lid completely remove, or do you want a hinged box where you see how the lid is attached? So if you want your box to be your lid to be completely removed, do the same exact steps that we just did. You're gonna cut your paper here and here, here and here, put your tabs in, put it on top, right? Same exact steps as you did the bottom will be for the top. If you want a hinge, and I love a hinged box, let me show you how to do that. It's pretty much the same, just with one different step. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and for the front here, if you have directional paper, pay attention to that because you're going to want your hinge to be the back. So if this is my front, then I'll go ahead and cut in. Same thing, I'm going to take off a little piece of it and I'm going to cut up the score line again. And I'm going to miter. And I'm going to take a chunk out. Okay, so now we're going to, you know, this is the front of our box. Now, what we're going to do for this, and this is for a hinged box only, we are going to completely cut these two squares out. Like that. And we're going to cut this square out again. And like that. Okay. No mitering needed, none of that business. That's it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and build up our box. So you're going to glue your tabs. Make sure there's no extra. Where's my towel? Okay. Same as before. We're going to line up our corners. Oh no. Actually line up your corners. Don't just pretend like I just did. We're going to line up this corner here. Okay. Now, you need your bottom box. All we're going to do is glue your hinge onto the back of your box. That's it. I have seen people put it on the inside. Let me see if I can get this full range. Excuse my mess here. I have seen people take this and glue it on the inside of the box. I personally don't like that, so I'm going to glue it to the outside. So how I like to do it is, this is the top with the weird flap left over. Here's the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and close my box. And I'm just going to glue it. Use wet glue, I would suggest, to make sure that your hinge is seamless. Obviously, don't glue on your score line. Please don't. Alright, and just glue your box. Making sure everything is lined up perfectly. Don't move your box if your glue is still wet, because that will happen. Okay. Oh my gosh, why am I struggling? Okay. So that is it. Now you're just going to make sure you can open your box and just get that glue in there. I might have to re-glue mine since I was eager beaver and took mine off. And there we go. Here's your hinged box that looks amazing and it is seamless. You can add your paper, you know, on it. It is seamless. Boom. I'm going to add a finger pull in the middle-ish. And there is your hinged box. Okay. That's it. Easy peasy stuff. I don't craft hard. I'm a lazy crafter, so I need everything easy. So again, you have your boxes that completely pop off or hinge. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.